Welcome to an 1,000 ELO masterpiece. And yes, I know they're just under 1,000, but the internet likes big round numbers. This is one of the most insane sub 1,000 ELO games ever played. And make sure you watch this till the end because your mind is gonna explode. Toonish Viewer has the black pieces and it starts like this. E4, E5, knight F3, F5, the Latvian gambit. And now knight takes E5, knight F6, gambiting the second pawn. Best move for black is to pin this knight. White would follow up by counter unpinning, but second or third best move is to play D6 here, which black does. The knight moves back after it's kicked, and the pawn is reclaimed. White follows with a bit of a slow move, D3, hindering the development of the light square bishop. Black answers by correctly taking the center, kicking the knight with D5. The knight hops back to E3, hitting this light square bishop, and it hops back to G6. White now has some important development questions. The first one is, where do they want to put this bishop? Best move here is just to stick it on E2, but white decides to play G3, setting up the fianchetto, which also does question this pawn. Black follows with bishop C5, developing their dark square bishop, and G2, the fianchetto is complete. And now black decides to castle, and white has a very important move here. Kind of hard to play though. D4 hitting the bishop and giving white a very important initiative. Instead, white decides to castle, which is also not a bad move whatsoever. It's the second fish option. But you should notice something. After knight C6, D4 is not a move that can be played. Now, white is up a pawn, but they are severely underdeveloped. So knight D2 on the board, followed by queen D6. In my opinion, this is actually a mistake. Look at the eval bar plummet. White can do something to seize the initiative again with knight F3. Notice that D4 is a serious threat, and black can do nothing to combat that. So a move like H6, D4 to follow, bishop B6, C3, and now white has a very playable position and a comfortable advantage. But that does not happen, and instead B3, taking this game back to basically a drawn position in favor of fianchettoing the bishop. And now black plays rook to E8, and you can try to guess the next move from white. And you can pause the video, I don't even know. You can take 1,000 years and you'll never guess it. Knight takes D5. Knight takes knight, and just a little bit too late, knight F3 followed by knight E5, knight takes knight, and rook takes knight. And do you see it? I'm sure you do, because I would probably play this too. There is an interesting move here. D4, but here's the thing. Black is totally winning. Now, before we go on, I did say this game is insane, but it's not for this reason. And of course, Toonish Viewer probably saw this. Knight C3 critical move. They take the rook, you take the queen. Rook takes queen, now you take the rook. The bishop can't go here or the knight will take, so it swings to A3, but you take it anyways. Rook takes knight and black is up a piece. And of course that did not happen, and instead C3. Straight up blundering, knight takes C3. White must have thought, oh, I gotta play C3 in order to play D4. I'm very sneaky. Now black kind of falls for the genjutsu here and plays rook H5. Notice how their advantage crumbles, but they're still completely winning. And in this position, D4. And do you see the move? Well, I hope you do, because I just said it. Knight takes C3, pawn takes, and it's very similar as earlier, and now black is cooking again. But instead, black opts for bishop B6, and a critical mistake, bishop F3. Do you see the move here? Do you see it? Pause the video. Don't pause the video. It's still knight takes C3. Best move for white is to literally give up the queen, take the rook, and it's Jover. But instead, black sacrifices the exchange, queen takes, and now, do you see it? Well, Toonish Viewer finally does, and this time it's brilliant. Knight takes C3. If queen takes, we take this pawn skewering. They move the queen, we win the rook, and it's GG. And of course, that did not happen. Instead, white completes their development on move 20. Move 20, bishop B2, and now bishop E4, back-to-back brilliant moves. Let's just say white plays best move, queen G4, queen D7, sacrificing this queen for what? mate in 1. And you might be thinking, hey Tunish, you don't understand chess, and quite frankly, neither does Stockfish. Why would this be best move? Can't you just take the knight? Because that's hanging. And that's exactly what happened in the game. And that's a plunder. Why? Because of the third back to back brilliant move. Rook takes h2. And in this position, white is getting mated no matter what. They can try to sacrifice their queen to delay it, but instead in the game, king takes, queen h6 check, king g1, checkmate!